Right, well, here we are again. I've not been down here for it's probably about 2 weeks odd now, maybe a bit longer. Mainly because of the weather. It's too cold really to do much. But the weather's due to pick up, so time to get some work done, I guess. I won't be planting much today, if anything. Mainly it's just going to be maintenance. So my blackcurrant cuttings, they're getting moved today down to the bottom. I've got some leeks which will be moving as well. These plants here, these ones, that's skirret, some of which it looks like I might have lost because there should be a plant here. It's probably some kind of rodent, but there might be a plant in here. So these are going to get dug up and moved to a better spot, maybe divided as well. My onions, mostly still in the ground from the last time the birds had a go at them, but they're showing signs of life. So there we go. And the ones I planted over there. Let's check the shallots. Well, really see, oh, there we go, look. So they're starting to grow as well. The weed control fabric's still down, so yeah. Rhubarb's looking good. Probably harvest some of that now. And I did have a quick look where I planted raw beans, and although I've got to do some weeding because ground elder's coming up, you can see signs of raw beans starting to come up, so that's good. They were old seeds. I wasn't sure whether they were going to come up. We saved them from, well, we save a lot of seeds, but what I'm probably going to do is, once I've had a bit of a weed round here and cleared that bed up a bit, I'll probably put another crop of beans in there. And then obviously it's just tidying up really and moving things. Looks like there's some currant bushes in there which I'll clear around. This privet here, that'll get dug out today. And I was just having a look at the blackcurrant bush. You can see it's starting to get flowers on it. Quite a few places there, but I also noticed these. If you look there, you can see how the buds are quite swollen, but they're not supposed to come up like that. I'm actually trying to find one where the buds are still, they should be much smaller, and that could be a sign, especially on that one there. This here could be a sign of it's a mite basically. It causes his buds to swell up and they don't form properly, so I'll have to have a look into that, but there's not that many on them. It's a mite that causes it, like I said. It's I'm not going to try and pronounce the name, but that's one of the reasons that pruning them and giving them a good airflow in the middle, which I haven't done with that one, is a good idea. I'm just trying to see if there's any buds on one of the smaller ones to give an idea of what I'm about. Yeah, so just on this one here, if I can get the camera to focus. Buds just there. They should look like that, small buds basically, and they are. So there's the difference. See, there's one there as well. There's not too many on it. That one's quite a big one down there as well. Just in here. So there's a few on here. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on it through the growing season and then see how we get on. But I'm not going to do anything with it now because I don't want to disturb the flowers too much. But what I will do is I'll prepare this part here, which has got a few raspberries in it by the looks of things, and the blackcurrants from the top of the plot will come down and get put there. There's some leeks. They look alright. Some of these are probably big enough to take home and eat. But what I'm going to do as well is these ones where they've all sort of self-seeded, where we've had them, they're going to get put in there. So we've got like a leek bed. So they're just in the same spot. Okay. Right then. So, time to get started, I guess. Alright, so I've prepared the bed and I've moved the blackcurrants from the top of the plot and I've put them in just in a trench, which I'm going to backfill in a second. Oh, little robin over there. There he is. Look. I've had a couple of them here this morning watching me dig. Quite friendly. You can always guarantee if you get your spade or fork out in a garden or allotment there'll be a robin somewhere nearby. So the other thing I've got to do is plant these ones, which I removed from over here. So I've gone all the way around that. I'm going to mulch that, and I've started removing some of the things from here. So between that tree and sort of that area we had raspberry plants. There's some which you can just about make out, so that all needs clearing. That'll be another job for another day. So I'm just going to backfill all that and plant the other ones. Another little robin there. It's just gone up into the... There, anyway, so I'm going to backfill that, sort that out, then I'm going to start sorting out the leeks. Okay, I'm getting there. Just thought I'd show you the difference. So this is a blackcurrant even, that I've dug up, and if you look at the buds, they're kind of a nice tapered shape. If I compare this, if I can get in there close enough, to some of the buds on the older one, you can see the difference. So you've got a nice tapered one sort of here, and then there's this one on the bud, where it's swollen, it's quite fat. Well, that's probably the mite causing that, and that one there. But what the bud should look like is like that. So I'm probably going to have to deal with these, but that's how you can tell if you've got big bud mite on your blackcurrants. There is a species called Big Ben, I think, or a variety called Big Ben of blackcurrants that doesn't get affected by big bud mite, but I don't think this older plant is, because it's one we inherited. We do have a Big Ben variety in the garden at home, and it never gets the big bud mite on it. So there you go, that's the difference. So you've got sort of, if I can get my camera to focus, nice slender buds on the on this one, sort of there and there, and then you've got the swollen buds here and here. Right, that's me done for the day. Must admit I did get a little bit carried away. So as you can see, the leeks have grown somewhat. So in there's another 3 rows of 12, so there's 36 leeks in there, and they're all the ones that I dug up from along here. And then I ran out of room because I didn't prepare enough space in that bed. So what I've done is the bit where I said I was going to put broad beans in, or some more broad beans, I've now put the leeks in there. So we've got about an extra 60 odd leeks now. I've still got some weeding in this area to do, and then obviously I'll need to get in there, although there are more broad beans coming up, I've noticed. So, but I'll have to get in and sort out that creeping buttercup, and also get rid of this as well. This one's another prolific weed. This here is ground elder, which I believe you can eat. But yeah, it's another one of those where if you leave a tiny bit of root, it'll just come back and spread, and it'll create your carpet, which I'll show you in a minute, because wasn't intentional, but there you go. I didn't get a chance to move the skirret, but it's not an important job. It could actually stay there where it is this year. I just wanted to move it somewhere where it might do a bit better. The idea with skirret is you dig it up and you eat the root. So the more roots you can get, the better, really. So more leeks there. So more weeding to do in here. So in front of this tree, that's now coming out into flower, are strawberries. There's a few, you can see them starting to come up there, which we'll have to deal with and get the weeds out. It might just be an idea of just to dig the whole lot up, separate the strawberry from the other weeds, and there we go. Same here. So there's some raspberry plants here. So we had strawberries, raspberries, blackcurrants, and again that bed needs dealing with, but that'll be a job for next time. But I have started clearing it. So I've dug out the trees and that we didn't want, and I've missed a raspberry, I've just noticed. I'll get that in a minute. So I've started going that way. I've sorted the blackcurrant out a bit, so that one looks better, and then started some more. So these are all plants that we've taken cuttings of, or were already here. Some of the canes I've put in 2 at a time, because I'm not sure whether some of them will survive. So the smaller ones don't look, the roots on them aren't very good, so they may not survive. So we've now got a blackcurrant. Well, we may get a blackcurrant harvest this year. We definitely will off the bigger bush, but some of the smaller plants I did notice had got flowers coming, so there are some coming on that one. Some of the raspberries that I found over there, I've moved. So they're now going along here where one of the grapevines goes, and I'll go all the way along with raspberries. And that's about it, really. There's a lot of weeding. As I mentioned earlier, ground elder, it creates a carpet. And there you go. This should be an asparagus bed. Unfortunately, when we moved from one plot to this plot, we brought asparagus with us, and obviously the ground elder as well. And that's about it, really. I found some more lemon balm, which I'm just putting there for now. I'll put it all around the shed and we'll deal with that when we come to it. Oh, little robin, look. They've been here all day. About the only company I've had, really. Where's he gone? But it's been nice and peaceful. Started to get a bit sunny, it's still a bit breezy. But that's it. So next time I come down here, that will be sort out the strawberries and the raspberries, move the skirret, and then crack on with weeding. Now the weather's perked up, we'll start sowing more seeds. Probably not leeks though, because we've got quite a few. Or if we do leeks, it will be for it'll be later on in the year. And most of these are all self-seeded from self-seeded ones, so we haven't really had to do that much work for them. But yeah, so there's the state of the plot. Still plenty to do, but I'm making progress, I feel. So it'll look better once the weed control fabric is up and we've actually got some other plants in there, like the squash plants and stuff. But for now, that's it. Alright. Thanks for watching.